Tonight, viral star Ted from Bicycle the Band talks about his band, being an internet star, and we do dad jokes and memes and stuff. You know the drill, ballers. Here's your host, Dennis Ball. What's up, Carl? That's not how you usually announce things. What's going on, man? I mean, seriously. Ballers, welcome to the Dennis Ball Show. We have Yo-Ya 420 in the house. And here, let me make sure we have the music playing. Here. There we go. Hold on. There we are. Okay. We have Yo-Ya 420 in the house. Bigfoot and aliens are best because you can make silly stories with them. That's right. Yes, that's the poll, ballers. Which do you prefer, aliens, big feet, Sasquatch, Loch Ness Monster, or Chupacabra? So please vote. We'll leave the poll open for a little while longer. Epsilon Omega 5 says, "Hey ballers, by the way, I'm SOHGD. I changed my username." SOHGD? Epsilon Omega 5, it doesn't roll off the tongue quite like SOH. Do you mind if I keep calling you SOH? Is that dead naming you? Pirate Captain, the Chupacabra sucks. That's why. Yeah, he literally sucks blood. Good one, Pirate Captain. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday, says Bob Cronin. That's my producer. What's up? That's right. Vote in the poll. Yes, SOH. Georgia Constitution Media, what is up? Georgia Constitution Media in the house. Check out Georgia Constitution Media's channel, ballers. Why is that funny? All right, the thing is working. Maybe it's Nito is in the house. All our ballers. All right, ballers, we have a very special guest tonight from Bicycle the Band. It's Ted. Ted, what is up?
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
I am so glad you came on the show. You're like a viral star now. I mean, how did that happen? You just okay, you have a band, right? And
Right.
you have incredibly interesting videos in addition to your tunes. And I think did that help? Is that what helped you kind of go viral, do you think?
Yeah, pretty much. When the pandemic came around and kind of shut everything down, usually in the wintertime we'd go in the studio and work on tunes and things like that. And then
Right.
and then in 2020 we didn't know what was going to happen, because before the pandemic we were set to go to Europe. And we did a lot of shows opening up for comedians. That was our favorite thing to do.
Oh,
And
that's cool.
we had friends in Europe. We were over there. And then I think March 14th was our last live gig in 2020. And then we didn't play for over a year. We started playing again last year. This is 2023, 2022. Yeah, no, in 2021, I guess. Some it was over a year. I've lost track of time anyway. But anyway, I think it was winter or fall of 2022. Things just were kind of stagnant and sad, and with all the pandemic and crap going on. And so that's when I started. No, it was 2021 actually. And I started just putting together all these stupid videos and songs. And I put together just mostly myself and with the help of the other band members, this little album called Conversations with a Bigfoot.
Yes, and that's on all the streaming services, and I have one of the classic songs from it, and I'm gonna play it, and then ballers, you can check it out, and then you can ask Ted questions. All right. But first, sound check. Also, give me a sound check, ballers. Does it sound good to you? Please let me know in the chat, and tell us where you're watching from. Where are you joining us from, Ted?
I'm in West Virginia right now.
So you're talking about like a mountain mama kind of a situation.
Yeah.
Because of John Denver.
Border of West Virginia and Virginia. Like between there's the East River Mountain and the New River and all that stuff pretty much nearby.
Do people play that song at every single restaurant and stuff in
We
West
play
Virginia?
We're on the West Virginia side of the border. We usually end up playing that song sometime.
Do you have that in your repertoire?
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of like the free bird of West Virginia. You got to play that song.
Did you know it's hugely popular in Asia too?
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like a Studio Ghibli. There's like an anime that's based almost entirely around that song. Um,
Wow.
so anyway, ballers, I digress. Let us watch, ballers, shall we? Oh, audio's great. Thank you, Epsilon Omega 5. Here we go. This is Strange Bigfoot Creatures and Otherworldly Friends Are Fun and Musical, Not Mean and Scary, is that the title of it.
Just a little deranged. The noise that I make is already inside your brain. When I'm alone, I am surrounded by friends. When we're apart, we share the space that you're in. What I forget, I will remember again. So in the end, I just prepare to begin. I may not look just like you, but I feel love and I feel pain. I may not speak or sound like you, but you don't have to treat me so damn straight. What if you woke up in a new shade of skin, in different surroundings and a new set of friends, and you need to get out of the place that you've been, but those who can help you will not let you in. I may not look just like you, but I feel love and I feel pain. I may not speak or sound like you, but you don't have to treat me so damn straight. I may not look just like you, but I feel love and I feel good. I may not speak or sound like you, but you don't have to treat me so damn straight.
All right, I'm stopping it there. It's almost to the end, but I was hanging with it actually, Big Ted, because it's freaking awesome. I kept wanting to stop it, but it's excellent. Now you're all of those characters, right?
Well, that's what people say. I don't know. I
But
don't. I
there
don't
may,
fit to anything.
and so, but there's other band members, right? How many? Who else is in your band with you?
Well, there's actually when we do live shows. There's Zen. He's the young. He's like 25, and then there's Cindy and me, and we do. Sometimes we play with another drummer and a bass player, and then sometimes, of course, I have several multi-neck guitars. If you look at some of my other videos, I got a double neck, I got triple neck, and usually they have a bass on top, and I got several double necks, and I'll loop, and I got pads, and a lot of times we do kind of like an Ed Sheeran thing, but it's more of a rock thing. I'll loop like a drum line and stuff like that, and it changes, and people are just kind of getting into the groove. Then I'll add the
Sick.
bass line, and just start into the song. And that's usually what our live show is.
That is really cool. Pirate Cat. That yeah, I like that with the looping. Pirate Captain is saying you're saying you never actually see Ted and Bigfoot in the same room. I think that's exactly correct, Pirate Captain. Nito really likes that. Says he's never actually heard anything quite like that. Yes, I agree. It's like a rockin'. It actually reminds me a little of. There's a funkadelic quality to it. I don't know if it's the distortion paired with some. There's something about the vocal harmony that reminds me
Yeah,
a little of some
both
funkadelic.
have, grew up, listening to funk and like Funkadelic, Parliament. There's a group called Slave. People forget about Isley Brothers. Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yes, absolutely. And the multi-neck guitars, that's a really cool way to approach the and so was your other two band members are mostly vocalists and you guys but you kind of multitask on the instrumental side. That rocks.
Because I usually in the shows, just in the videos that I did over the pandemic, I do a lot of the lead vocals. But in the shows, most of our older albums, and then we do some covers. The other two are the lead singers, and Zen plays guitar, rhythm guitar too, and stuff. But I'm usually the
And
backup in the live shows.
and you're in West Virginia, right?
Right, we're right on the border of Virginia and West Virginia, and there's a place called Bluefield, and it's in the city. It's kind of like Bristol, Virginia, and Bristol, Tennessee. It's one
Right.
city, but it's on the line, and it's just split. There's the borders right down the middle of the city.
Interesting.
So I'm in.
That's cool. Do you see big feet there a lot? Is that Bigfoot country? Is it squatchy?
Yeah, well, and then we have a farm up in a place called Wayside, West Virginia, and it's just a one road town, and that's why it's called Wayside. And that's
That
where the farm.
sounds squatchy. That sounds very squatchy.
Yeah, it's pretty squatchy up there.
And you guys have a show. Whoa, what happened? Hold on.
I'm still here.
Your bandwidth is low. Oh, there you are. All right, so
Okay.
you have a gig next week. Not this weekend, but next weekend, right?
Yeah, next Friday, it's in a little place called Roncifer. It's kind of like a street show. I think it's like a food truck vending show. They got a bunch of food trucks and a lot of bands just playing on street stuff. So that's what we're doing next weekend.
That's cool. And there's links and ballers in the description. And when's your record coming out? Are you guys gonna do a vinyl record? Talk to me, Ted.
Well, we just signed with a management company, and
Nice.
and we've been on I've been on record companies before, and then independent records, but not with Bicycle, with the new stuff. And because we just really kind of took off, it kind of got popular just back in February and March. It just kind of took off because nobody was paying attention to us and everything. Now everybody wants to know about us and stuff, and then just kind of blew up. I started posting the stupid little shorts, and people start liking them. And just shorts of just me jamming with Bigfoot and the aliens and things like that. And then of course I use a fretless guitar a lot, and people were interested in that because you don't see a lot of fretless guitar players out there like me. But
Yeah, this sounds good too, man. You're pretty good, I have to say. And it's cool you play along with yourself, and I don't know, it's. I absolutely so ballers, follow on YouTube and all of the streamers. Bicycle the band. You gotta really kind of search for it, but Conversations with a Bigfoot is the name of the album. So if you search for that,
yeah, that one's pretty much easy to find on Spotify now. It's starting to get some traction.
Yeah,
But,
there's a couple of bands called Bicycle, and they get in the way, Ted.
Yeah, but on Instagram is where we really blew up, and then that's kind of helping us all the other places and everything.
Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, so follow on Instagram. All right, Ted. Shall we go to Chuckle Balls for some dad jokes?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. Ballers, you can park behind Chuckleballs. I know parking can be hard to find in Ball City. And come on in, ballers. Super Ball, let them in. Super Ball is the bouncer, Ted. Super Ball is the bouncer. Get it? The bouncer.
Right.
Because he's the... Okay. In any case, thank you, ballers, for coming to Chuckle Balls. Now, you don't laugh yet. It's still this part. But listen, I've got everybody a drink. It's either at your seat or in your fridge, so please grab it. Grab a seat up front, because I've got a couple of extra dad jokes. We're going to jump right into them. Ballers, we have some... The chat is hot, Ted, so I'm going to check out what's going on here. Yes, Songwriter X. You're right, Nito. Ted's videos do also remind me of Songwriter X, and I told Ted that. But it's the music's totally different. But there is definitely an element of that, which is cool. With Bigfoot instead of skeletons. NickCage.exsoh, that's right. BMX, they are huffy. Good, that's funny. Okay, cool. You have a couple of new followers, Ted, from the show. All right, cool. Let's do this. This first one goes out to you, Ted. Sasquatch hates being called Bigfoot, Ted. Yet he never complains. Yeti never complains. Never complains. Is that a laugh? Sasquatch. I'll tell it to you again. Sasquatch hates being called Bigfoot, yet he never complains. That's pretty good, right? Are you laughing or no? Okay, good. You have to tell me, man, because you're playing your cards close to your chest. All right, so Nito, this one goes out to you. Nito, what do you call a caveman that's prone to wander? A Neanderthal. A Neanderthal, get it? Because they're like a Neanderthal, but they meander. Get it, Nito? All right. That's a kind of... I'm between laugh and no laugh on that one, Ted. I mean, I think it's pretty good, but I don't know if I get lost in the weeds because I don't know if a caveman is technically a Neanderthal, like if that's a correct terminology. But in any case, I'm giving it a laugh. Just for the what do you think, Ted? Is that a laugh or a no laugh? Neanderthal.
Depends on what you've been into, what substance you've been into.
Okay, you can tell me no if you want. Okay, I'll give that a no laugh on you. Okay, this one goes out to Georgia Constitution Media. Georgia Constitution Media, what kind of tree can you hold in your hand? A palm tree, of course. Is that a laugh, Ted? No? Yes?
Not for me.
No, I'm not getting laughs from you. All right, Corey Simons is in the house. What's up, Corey Simons? Scummy Mummy we got a couple of laughs. Okay, we're getting some laughs in the comments. Yeah, Corey Simons. Epsilon Omega 5 gave us 3 laughs. We got 2 laughs from Scummy Mummy. Doctor Who, What, Where? There's a Yeti in my spaghetti. Okay, we got a couple. Good. Thank you for the laughs, ballers. That makes me feel a little bit better. Pirate Captain, we have some sheets at my house that have floral prints on them. You know why we have those, Ted? They're for flower beds. They're for flower beds. Get it? Because they have floral. Thank you. All right, I'm putting that as a no laugh. I feel like I'm not hitting it hard enough for you here or something, Ted. They're not funny enough. Here's one. Oh, here. This one goes out to Epsilon Omega 5. Epsilon Omega 5. What do Winnie the Pooh and Jack the Ripper have in common? You know this one, Ted?
No.
Same middle name.
Okay.
The. on, Ted. I'm giving that a laugh.
I'll give it a laugh.
All right, here's one. This is the last one of the night, but it goes right into the theme of the evening. Let's see who I'm scrolling. Scummy Mummy. I'll tell it to Scummy Mummy. Scummy Mummy, I saw 3 Bigfoots all in a row. You know what they call that, Ted?
What?
A big yard.
Oh,
Because it's 3 feet, 3 feet, 2,
okay.
3 feet is a yard. All right, it's not. See, if you have to explain it, Ted, it's a no laugh.
Okay.
I thought it was funny, but, you know, if it didn't work, it didn't work. Ted, thank you very much for coming on to the show and for coming to Chuckle Balls for dad jokes. All right. And now, ballers, a message from our sponsor.
I love the morning. Time for me and the full, rich taste of Subscribe Golden. It's like waking up to 1,000 new subscribers in my cup. Subscribe Golden. New from Dennis Ball Coffee Roasters. Wake up and subscribe.
All right. So there was a subliminal message on that, Ted. And it's basically, do you know what it is?
Right.
Subscribe to the channel, right? Thank you, and click like, ballers, please. I would appreciate it. It does a world of good. Now, the way that this segment works, Ted, as I explained to you before the show, is that we have a bunch of memes that I found this week, or things that were cool, I thought were kind of cool on the web, and I'm going to pull them up, and I want you and the chat to vote on whether they're cool or drool. Okay, now let's see. I'm just going to go back to the chat and see if I missed anything. We got some laughs at the end, ballers. Thank you for all. I'm not going to count all the laughs right now, but I appreciate all of the laughs which you have registered. Let's go right into it. What is, ballers? Feel free to put it in the chat. What record is Spider-Man looking for? And Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy and also the muscular bad guy Spider-Man. Which records are they looking for? I actually really love this. This is a guy. His name is, I believe, Jason Shoots Toys, but I actually have it on my Insta because I put a post for him. I shared a post of his. But pretty cool, right? These are action figures size. So he built this record store. I give it a cool. It's cool, right? Come on, Ted. You can say no if not, but you have to say something.
Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. Thank you. POV, you're visiting your grandma. Will you take the strawberry candy or a Brax caramel? I thought that was funny. It's not instead of the red pill or it's Neo from the Matrix, Ted. Do you know what I'm saying? I guess it's a no laugh from you.
Yeah, it's a drool for me.
And I guess that's supposed to be quintessential grandma candies. I thought maybe it should have been a ribbon candy or something. You know what I'm saying? Or something. But I thought that was a funny idea, sort of.
Usually grandma candies don't have wrappers on it and they're stuck to the bowl and stuck to each other. Right.
Exactly. All right, this one's a good one. I'm going to give that one a no laugh for both of us, actually. A drool. All right, here, we're going to move on, ballers. This is ZZ Top in 1970. ZZ Top in 1970 looks like a Canadian gore grind band. Let me give you a good look at ZZ Top in 1970, ballers. They don't look the same without the beards. I thought that was cool because I think ZZ Top is cool, and seeing an old picture of them is... Yes, it is.
Really? Well, that's pretty cool then.
It is cool, right? Yeah, that's ZZ Top in 1970.
Yeah, that's definitely cool.
Okay, cool. I think that's a cool for me, too. All right, here's another one. You live in a place where there's lots of nature, so you'll appreciate this one. Look how instinctively the mother croc carries the baby in its mouth. You like that one? You gave it a laugh. I thought that was kind of cool.
But it's actually an alligator, it's not a crocodile.
Okay, so that's not cool.
But
See,
it's kind of cool.
yeah, the picture's kind of cool. Yes, okay, good. All right, so I'm giving that a cool. Let's see here. We have a few. Yeah, we're getting cools. From Ted's Unimpressible. He is unimpressible. Epsilon Omega 5. But that's, you know what? It's like when you hang out with Sasquatches all day, you're not like a ball, a tennis ball, or a human isn't as impressive. Because it's like you're hanging out with cryptids, Ted, all day.
I'm a little scientific. Crocodiles have pointed noses.
No, I'm not. It's just a general comment. But listen. I'm saying, you hang out with space aliens and big feet. They're cryptids, so it makes you a little bit. It's harder to impress you. Like if you say, "Hey, I met a celebrity," you're like, "Whatever. I was hanging out with a creature that nobody believes exists." All right, hold on a second. We'll continue. This is speaking of creatures that no one believes exist. Meanwhile, in Iceland, I'll read it. These tiny houses are called elfhole, and they are built for the Hudolfolk, the elves. This is a place for them to reside, and it's a place for them to feel safe with so many people around them. They can be found all over the country of Iceland. I just thought that was cool, Ted. It's not funny or anything. I just thought it was a cool thing. So that was why I shared that one. I give it a cool.
Okay, this is cold in Iceland. We'll go along with it.
Are you giving it a cool or a drool? You don't believe in elves, Ted? Okay, you give it what? Are you giving it a drool? You can give it a drool.
Sure, I'll give it a drool.
Okay, dang. Sometimes you're just like, man, I didn't know you were gonna be one of those guests, Ted. They give a drool. You can keep giving drools though. It's cool. It makes it more interesting. Here's one. Hank Simpson. It's a tattoo of Hank Simpson. It's Hank Hill and Homer Simpson mashed up, right?
I think that's kind of cool.
I know, I do too. I think it's cool. Good, thank you. And speaking of tattoos, Black Flag and Misfits tattoos are just live, laugh, love signs for grumpy old hardcore and punk dudes. I feel seen a little bit with this one. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's a target audience thing?
Yeah.
Are you giving it a no laugh?
No, hey.
No, as a drool for you? Okay. I'm giving it a cool just to kind of balance it out, but yeah. But Punk Press, good job. This one is, here, I'm going to skip this one because it's sad. All right, here's an interesting one. When a meme grows up. I don't know if that's really her or not. I don't think it is. I think she just looks like the little girl. It's just funny though. That made me do a double take and it made me laugh. I gave it a cool. It looks like you're giving it a drool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
You didn't. You didn't know that meme? All right. Here's an interesting one. A kid found this in the creek and asked if it was from the Civil War. The best part about it, Ted, is it's a Skinner tape. So I thought that was cool.
I guess that's kind of cool.
Yeah, you're gonna give it a cool. Thank you for giving me a cool. I think maybe you'll like this one. It's a pawberry.
I guess that's kind of cool.
Okay, good. Yeah, it is, right? I thought you'd like that because it's like a nature thing. And it's like a paw, too, so it's also animals. I assume you like dogs.
And it rhymes with strawberry. And
Yeah. Where's the pride flag? F knows. Just put out the twister mat. There it is, the twister mat. I thought that was kind of funny. No laugh from Ted.
yeah.
Okay, Ted, you are inscrutable. I have one more, Ted, and I think it's probably not going to make you laugh, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. You ready for it?
Okay.
Life before smartphones. He's reading a bottle of shampoo, Ted, on the toilet.
Real life right there.
That is actually what life was like, Ballers, before smartphones. You'd be like, huh, I wonder what hydroxychloroquine is in this shampoo. Or whatever. All right, so I'm giving that a cool from you, Ted.
All right.
I'm giving it a cool from me. We've got a couple of calls, and Paul Berry got a cool. Thank you, Ballers. Ted, thank you once again for coming on the Dennis Ball Show. Appreciate you being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
What's the place people should really go to check you out? Like, where's the best place to see you? Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram and YouTube. I guess we post more there. Of course, the longer videos are on YouTube, and we mostly post shorts on Instagram. Of course, people might wonder why we chose the name Bicycle.
Yeah, why?
our
Tell
lead
us.
singer that you see singing most of the time. Well, probably on a lot of the shorts you'll see me singing a lot, but he's a professional mountain biker, and then I used to race mountain bike, and we all race and we all ride bike, and then for years I stopped playing music just to race, just traveled around and racing mountain bike, and so when we got back into it, we just I probably have 30 something guitars and 30 something mountain bikes and stuff, so that's why we call it we call it the band Bicycle.
That's awesome, and I love that. You'll have you guys riding around while you're playing, and you're wearing bike helmets and stuff. That's really cool, man. I love that. Any other trivia you want to share with us before we go to our final outro music from Possum Kingdom Ramblers?
I don't know. Does anybody have any questions? I don't know.
Yeah, do you guys have any questions for Ted? Feel free to put them in the chat. We're going to do another couple of minutes, Ted. I'm just going to tell you that, I don't know. I was so thrilled when you said you would come on, just because I've been a fan for a couple of months. It just got served up to me on Instagram.
Yeah,
and
that's been famous a couple of months.
Yeah, and man, I was like, wow, this is cool. And then once I subbed, I was just kind of watching them all the time, and I love that you keep them coming. Their music quality is high. The production quality on your videos is high, and they're really funny, and kind of cool and endearing. Share link, yeah, they're all in the description, guys. So there's links to all the stuff, the YouTube, the Instagram, and so forth. Let's see here. How did you find Bigfoot? Yes, how did you find Bigfoot?
There's a video on our YouTube channel called which one is it called? The Legend of a Bigfoot, and it's basically just ran into him mountain biking one day.
There's a Bigfoot in northern Georgia, just a little north of here. There's a Bigfoot research center. Are you familiar with the place?
No, I mean, there seems like they're popping up all over the place anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. But they have a 3-foot long, what purports to be a 3-foot long Bigfoot poop in a glass case on hay. Which is just like, what the blazes? But they have a lot of stuff there. And then they have a map that's supposed to be all the Bigfoot sightings, and you would be astonished. It's packed with pins. All right, Ted. Thanks very much, and we'll see you on the interwebs, and check you out on all the streaming services. Make sure you find Bicycle the Band. Rock on, and have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for coming out, and peace out.
And a 1 and a 2.
1, 2, 3. Tennis ball, tennis ball. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world is just a joke, and things don't seem so bad. Your multi-personality is worth more than your pedigree. You're rolling with the punches like a champ. With all your skill, you're sure when you like the room when you walk in.
That's just a lamp.
Tennis ball, tennis ball. You make me laugh. The world outside is making me so sad. But when I watch your show, it seems the world's just a joke, and things don't seem so bad.
Possum Kingdom Ramblers, Bambi, Ricky, Jazz.